Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So if I sound a bit funny, it's because I'm currently ill with a cold and with a really bad ear infection. So if I sound a bit funny, then that is why. But today in this video, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a life update regarding my ears and how everything's going in terms of my osteosurgery when I had that and recovery. So without further ado, we're going to get started with that. So, in terms of, I went to the hospital on last week, and I saw my surgeon, and he had a look at how my scars were healing because I've been in a little bit of pain. But he said in terms of the scar, he said it's looking extremely well. Being about 4 months post-op, I'm pretty sure now. So he said that everything is looking well, and it's looking how it's meant to look this far into the post-op. In terms of ear infections wise, they're still happening, they haven't stopped. So when I saw him, he asked me about the ear infections, and I basically said to him that I'm in a lot more pain and they're hurting a lot more, and they're making my mental health bad because I'm getting frustrated and tired and drained all the time. So he said that I've got to see him in about a month, so about a month or just over at the hospital, where he's going to suction and clear out my ears because my left one is extremely scarred, so he's very surprised that I can actually hear anything. And my right side is looking a little bit red, but it's also infected somehow. I don't actually know how, but it is. So in the meantime, I have to have some eardrops, but the problem is that the eardrops haven't arrived yet, so we're currently waiting for that. So I've got to have eardrops in by the time, all the way up until I go and see him. And then once he's suctioned out my ears, if there's any improvements, if there isn't an improvement, then I may have to have a small operation, and that one is going to be done by general anaesthetic. I will not be able to do local anaesthetic. But he said that general anaesthetic will be best for me because he's going to be scraping out all of my scar tissue, which is collected and which is causing the narrowing. So he's going to scrape it out, and he's also going to look in the right one, and this is going to be under a small operation, and then we have to wait for some time to see whether that makes any difference at all. If not, then there's a major operation we could do, which is to basically close off my ear canal completely. So like completely scraping the infection out and blocking the whole ear canal off, which means that I won't be able to hear anything from my left ear at all. But there's some pretty bad complications which come with that. The first one is that if there's an infection, I'd have to have an MRI. However, with the Osseous system, you'd have to get the magnets removed in order to have the MRI done, and then you'd have to have them removed, have the MRI, then have them back in, which is a bit of a hassle, but that's what may have to happen if there is another infection. And the reason why that could happen is because the infection would have no area to drain out. So when you have an infection in your ear, it drains out through your ear canal. But if you have problems with ear infections and ear canals and things like that, and say that it's like mine and it's getting smaller, it will stop having that area to escape. So he said that he could potentially, obviously that's one of the side complications with it, but the other one is that if there is an infection trapped behind it, he said that it could either break through the layer of skin that he would put in that entryway. He would like put a layer of skin so he'll do a skin graft to close the ear canal, but if there's a really strong infection it can break through that, and then I'd have to have a whole other operation just to replace it, which would be a nightmare. But he said that that the other side effect is that it could backlog up to my brain, so it could be an infection on the brain. So it's a lot of things to sort of think about and whether I want to go ahead with the surgery. But I think with the latest one, I think the newest, the small up he wants to do, I think I'll definitely go ahead with it just to see if there is any improvement. But we need to also do the eardrops first to see if there is. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of an improvement, but I don't believe there will be because of the severe cases of my ear infections, but we never know. Currently I have got my brown covers on, so you won't better really see it. It looks black in the camera, but it's actually brown. Obviously, if you guys want more of an update in terms of Ossia, or if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon.